Gilmore's drive down towards the goal. Connie's onto it. Gilmore might even have scored. Glenn Gilmore, has he got it? Yes, he has. Very well played from the Australian.
We're officially open. At Flemish Farm. This has been a redevelopment project that was very much the brainchild of Charlie Stysted and Ian Wooldridge. And I'm absolutely delighted that both families are represented today. Melissa, Freddie and Allegra are here. Freddie was sprung from school, I think in some SAS escape, well done. And lots of the Wooldridge family here, which is wonderful. And Charlie Wooldridge himself, who worked on this project, will be playing in the opening match, which I think is most appropriate. This project, as some of you will know, had its ups and downs, like all real estate developments. And those of you that were down here during the development will remember that this was like the Battle of the Somme for a number of years. Mud, boulders, piles of dirt. And it really is incredible to stand here today and look down this field and see one of the finest polo grounds in Britain with a view like this behind the goal. We obviously kept our president fully informed all the way through the project. And I remember before this really got underway, Jock and I had our usual pre-season audience with the Duke, and he, as always, decided to do his own personal reconnaissance before that meeting, because Flemish Farm was very much part of the agenda. Well, it's hard for you to imagine what this used to look like, but down by those goalposts at the bottom was a lot of mud and boulders and so forth with a track sort of going through it. And the Duke drove down on his own in his Freelander to do his personal inspection of the work taken place so far. He got stuck and he couldn't move his vehicle, his Freelander, from down there. So he got out, he walked all the way back up to the Flemish Farm buildings. Luckily, George Cooper was there on one of his rare days at the stables and asked if he could get a tractor to tow him out. And so the Duke jumped onto the side of the tractor and George drove it down here and they towed him out and away they went. Well, George told Jock and I the story and we were sort of completely intrigued as to whether the Duke would sort of let on that this had happened. But he actually got us down to that point and explained to us that he'd had this dilemma. But the thing moved on very quickly from there, and a lot of people were involved in the production of this amazing development. Not least Nick Hallam, our consultant engineer, standing on the end there, who, if you want a polo ground built, go to him. He's building them in China, he's built them all over England, and he was a huge help to us when we were finding the way forward with grounds 1 and 2 up at Smith's Lawn, which resulted in 23 kilometres of pipe drainage going in. But I think everyone will agree the grounds up at Smith's Lawn are in superior condition now, and much of that's been due to the advice that Nick gave us, not least down here as well. Graham Wooldridge, of course, has taken a leading role in the development here. Many site visits, many issues, challenges to overcome, but we've done them as a team. So thank you very much, Graham. The unsung hero in the office, as we all know, is our Chief Financial Officer. James Neighbour took on the day-to-day project management of the whole Flemish Farm project. And James, thank you. Well done. You did a really brilliant job. Thank you. Stu Cowan, Grounds Committee, patiently steering this over the years to this point today. And thank you and your committee. Jock and his board for keeping the faith. There were times when the budget looked impossible and other issues, but the board kept encouraging us and we got there. And finally, to the moment we've been waiting for, the official opening, and it's with great pleasure that we ask Lord Patrick, the club's very first polo manager, believe it or not, to actually cut the ribbon here. And shortly after, we'll have the very first match on the castle ground. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Lord Patrick. Well done. We're officially open.